how surprised were you that you had to miss a game?
I was real surprised. I kind of felt it in the morning time. What really did is when I got on the bus and started coming out, started throwing up, and I was like, I can't do it. There's no way. I tried though, but I just couldn't do it.
And what's it like? Sort of, this team has an all for one, sort of attitude. How tough is it to be sitting back? I assume you were at the hotel, knowing that you guys have such important games and not being able to compete. When I know you're such a competitor.
No, it's tough, but I mean, I think it's always the next man up mentality. We have a really good team. Everyone can have a good night at any given moment. And we got players out now like Duncan, Andrew, Drew Smith, Jovic. All them people are out, and it's kind of just been the next man mentality. So that's the same mindset when I'm out too.
Well, that's what I was going to ask you. Is you've been here when other guys have been out, and what does it say about this team that the fact that, I mean, 3, 4, 5 guys down, and finally other guys just step up and push through?
I mean, honestly, I just think that anybody on this team, anybody on the bench can play really heavy minutes on any other team. I think that's how good we are. We just have really good players, so a lot of people don't get to see the time they do. But when they do, they always make the best moments of it, and they always play really well.
When you're preparing for Boston, you know they're going to try to shoot 50 to 63s. But when you see it, is it still alarming? And then the shift in preparation to try to deal with that type of onslaught?
No, I mean, not really. I think the game has changed now. A lot of people shoot a lot of threes. I mean, obviously they probably shoot the most, but I mean, they have really good players. During the regular season, it's a lot of shooting threes. It's a lot of fast pace. So we just got to kind of get used to it because in the postseason we might see them.
Tyler, even though you know at this point that Boston's going to try to get up 50, 63s, is it still a little astonishing to see how many they'll put up and end up making, and then what you guys have to shift to prepare for that defensively?
Yeah. We know every time we play Boston, it's a challenge to get them off the three-point line. A challenge that we're up for, coming off the 5-game win streak. We feel like, this is a good opportunity to really keep moving forward and understand that, we still have a great opportunity to get in the play-in and make a run.
You clinched the play-in last night. I know it's not the be-all, end-all or something you were looking forward to. I don't want to say disappointment in 3 straight years in the play-in, or is it just this is the path that's sort of been put in front of you and you just take it from there?
It's a blessing and a great opportunity to still be in the play-in and play, postseason basketball. Is it where we want to be? No. Is it what we set out to do at the beginning of the year in training camp? No, but we feel like things are moving in the right direction right now, and that's what we want to focus on, and continue to just keep getting better with the group that we have, and just, put ourselves in position to continue to keep growing with this young group.
Does the play-in feel, I know it's not the same stakes, almost like NCAA tournament-like in that it can be one and done, unlike the rest of the playoffs? Is there a heightened pressure?
Yeah, you got to win if you want to continue to play towards the postseason. So, I feel like these last 2 weeks or so could kind of been playoff games for us because every game has mattered. So we've been playing in play-in type games for the last 2 weeks, even for the last month. So we know what it takes. We've been playing in the past, but we just got to continue to keep getting better every day.
Just before we get to the hoop, we got word that you're participating once again in the autism shoe situation with the Max Foundation, and what that means to be able to have that type of awareness and acceptance in place for particularly the young people that are moving through life with autism.
Yeah, obviously it's something that the coaching community we want to get involved in and just bring more awareness. It's a beautiful community, special needs, autism, and the more you get to know them, you realize how inspiring they are, and the more all of us can just bring awareness and you get to know them. I just think it's a great thing.
One thing from the Washington game I want to review with you is the rebounding total and the paint point total. Getting to those massive numbers when the engine is moving like that.
Yeah.
How close is that to exactly what you're looking for?
Yeah, all of it. The identity. We're getting more consistent to it. night in, night out, defending, being disruptive. So the turnovers forced helped us get in transition. It's one of our better running games, not only off of steals but off of the glass, and want to get better with that. And the more we can impose our will in the paint, it's a good thing for us. It'll be a challenge, tonight. Boston does a good job protecting the paint, guarding the ball, but we still have to be aggressive.
You've talked about this group's spirit all season long and how much you appreciate it and like it. It's easy to see that those guys embrace your creed of enjoying each other's success, particularly over these games that you've emerged out of losing streak at a different level right now.
Yeah, even when we were going through those tough times, we felt like the process was getting better, and the connection was getting better, where we felt like we were competing for each other, competing for something bigger than each individual, enjoying someone else's success and pouring life into someone else is such a big karma mover, and we needed to get the karma moving in our direction, and the guys enjoy it. They enjoy the whole experience better. I think everybody's able to see we're able to compete at a collective level higher when those things are happening.
I know it wasn't the goal, but you clinched a play-in berth last night, so there's at least that going forward. How harrowing is that extra layer playing in that extra week? Obviously, it'll be 3 years in a row.
I think it's fun. Look, you never want to be so cynical that none of this matters. There's a flip side to this. Just only playing for ping pong balls is not a great existence. Are we where we have planned to be as an organization? No, but there is great competition now, league-wide. And when you have something to play for as an organization, it's fun and it matters. Still, we have something to play for. We have some work to do still in these last 7 games, but we want to prepare the best that we can to be able to play well. When it's single elimination or double, whatever. That type of pressure, I think, is what you want out of this business.
Do you ever get used to the reality with Boston, that they're willing to shoot 50, 60 threes, even though you've seen it over and over? Does it still kind of jump off the page at all when you're preparing to defend them differently?
I think we've played them enough.
Yeah.
We understand what the keys are. We're able to discuss them. Pretty much everybody was able to list, the keys. Certainly the guys that have been, with us. And there's other teams also that are playing similarly to that. They just do it more efficiently than most teams. So it's not only they're getting the volume, but they hit the timely ones, in those inflection moments during the course of the game. I think they probably do that, better than most teams. And you have to extend your defense appropriately to try to take that away.